Europa League Rangers vs Fenerbahce prediction, team news, lineups preview. Boasting a 3-1 first-leg advantage, Rangers will endeavour to finish the job when they welcome Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce to Ibrox for the second leg of their Europa League last 16 tie on Thursday night. The winners of this contest will set up a quarter-final showdown with either Roma or Athletic Bilbao. Match preview. Rangers were not in Scottish Premiership action last weekend, so they have had a full week to rest up as well as bask in the glory of their impressive first-leg triumph in Turkey. Cyril Dessers's sixth-minute opener was cancelled out on the half-hour mark by Fenerbahce Alexander Djiku, before Vaslav Cerny scored either side of half-time, netting the Jers third after finishing a superb counter-attack with a cool finish to seal a memorable victory. Rangers' win represents their second in 3 games since the appointment of interim head coach Barry Ferguson, who waxed lyrical about his team's performance after the match, but has acknowledged that there is no way that I'm getting carried away. The Glaswegian Giants have only progressed from 2 of their previous 11 last 16 ties in major European competition. But the 2022 Europa League finalists have now put themselves in a strong position to avoid exiting at the last 16 stage for a second successive season. Indeed, Rangers have advanced from 24 of their last 25 major European ties when leading by 2 or more goals from the first leg. The exception was going out to Borussia Dortmund in the last 32 of the 1999-2000 UEFA Cup, after drawing 2-2 on aggregate before losing on penalties. Fenerbahce were regarded by many as favourites to come out on top against Rangers in last week's first leg, but they were second best in Istanbul, and their first ever European defeat to Scottish opposition ended their impressive 18-game unbeaten run across all competitions. Mourinho acknowledged after the match that everything went wrong and his team were very bad everywhere, but the Portuguese boss also described Fenerbahce's disappointing defeat as a good result considering their performance and has insisted that the tie is far from over. Like Rangers, Fenerbahce have had a full week to rest and prepare for Thursday's second leg, although their brief break from the Turkish Super League has allowed title rivals Galatasaray to move 7 points clear at the top of the table, albeit having now played a game more. Fenerbahce are now focused fully on overturning their 2-goal deficit as they endeavour to progress beyond the last 16 of the Europa League for the first time since 2012-13 when they reached the semi-finals. The Yellow Canaries have not lost away from home in all competitions since December 7 W5D4. But they travel to Ibrox on Thursday, having won only one of their last 11 away games in the knockout rounds of major European competition D3L7, conceding 2 or more goals in 7 of those matches, including 5 of the last 6. Team news. Rangers defender Robin Proper was forced off midway through the first half of last week's first leg following a nasty collision with goalkeeper Jack Butland, and the Dutchman is unlikely to be past fit to feature due to concussion protocols. Leon Balogun replaced Proper in a 3-man defence and is set to start this time around alongside captain James Tavernier and John Souter, with Turkey international Ridvan Yilmaz and Jefti operating as wingbacks. No player has been involved in more Europa League goals this season than Cerny, 6 goals, 2 assists. The Czech winger is expected to start again, and his next goal in this season's competition will equal Tavernier's tally of 7 in 2021-22 for the most goals scored by a Rangers player in a major European campaign. As for Fenerbahce, Keller Soyuncu was withdrawn in the first half of the first leg with a hamstring injury and has joined Jadon Oosterwolde, Rodrigo Bacao, Diego Carlos Alni, Bright Samuel Thigh and Ismail Yüksek Muscle in the treatment room. Djiku came on to score after replacing Soyuncu, and he could start the second leg in central defense. unless Mourinho opts to move Sofian Amrabat into the three-man backline next to Milan Skriniar and Yusuf Aksaçek, and this would allow Fred, who is now available after missing the first leg through suspension, to return in midfield. Anderson Talisca and Alan Saint-Maximin will both be pushing to start an attack, but Mourinho will likely stick with an experienced front three of Dusan Tadic, Youssef En-Nesyri and Edin Dzeko. Rangers' possible starting lineup: Butland, Tavernier, Souter, Balogun, Yilmaz, Baron, Raskin, Jefti, Diomande, Cerny, Dessers. Fenerbahce possible starting lineup: Livakovic, Skriniar, Amrabat, Aksaçek, Mulder, Szymanski, Fred, Kostic, Tadic, En-Nesyri, Dzeko. We say Rangers 2-2 Fenerbahce Rangers to win 5-3 on aggregate. Rangers relished their underdog status last week and they will back themselves to prevail again on home soil. Considering that they have not lost any of their previous 5 encounters with Turkish opposition at Ibrox W3D2. It is difficult to write off any Mourinho side in Europe, and Fenerbahce certainly have the players at their disposal to turn this tie around. But another special European night at Ibrox could be in store for Rangers, and they should have enough to progress on aggregate. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.